Thanks, Goose. Hex, every day that goes past without a new Advance Wars games, I cry a little tear of sadness into my dusty GBA. There's just something magical about those games, and while there are many, many clones out there, they're almost always too easy or they just don't get the tone right. However, here to change all that is Great Big War Game.
Roger, we'll go.
These games are just perfect for touchscreens, aren't they?
Yeah, this is turn-based strategy at its best. On the surface, there's a comical look and feel to the game, but under that, there's many layers of rich, engaging strategy and lots to think about on the battlefield.
Right and ready.
The music is terrible though, turn that off straight away.
Yeah, that's straight out of my childhood nightmares. You'll spend a lot of time in these battles. There are difficulty levels, but even on the default, you'll be challenged from the third mission onwards, and there are 50 of them to push through. These battles are just a bunch of units thrown on a grid with an eventual win state if you just keep on playing, which I find a lot of these games are like.
Yeah, these missions are definitely crafted to a purpose, and quite often you'll fail until you work out the best strategy for a map. And that might be escorting a general while keeping your base defended on a skeleton crew, or destroying an enemy HQ, or earning an amount of cash without getting wiped out. We haven't finished all 50 missions, but they've kept things fresh so far.
Combat is grid-based, and each unit has their own strengths and weaknesses, ranges of attack, and number of squares they can move. You can also pump out as many units as you like from a single base until you run out of coin. This means keeping cash in the bank can make for a ready-to-go defense at any time.
I don't know, but I once heard that killing's wrong now. How absurd.
There's good red circle indicators under units too, which lets you know if they have an attack left or not. I thought this could have been a little bit clearer, but you do get used to it over time. I also like the way that you can hold down an enemy and see their attack range, which is really useful when there's turrets around.
Yeah, those turrets tear things up, don't they? I love this unit placement system. It's a flexible system, which means you can do things such as move in, attack, and then pull your units to safety, or move supply trucks around to refuel and resupply all your units in one single turn. And that freedom keeps the action moving forwards.
You can also undo your previous command unless you trip on a mine, and this is useful in case you send them in the wrong location with a mistap, or if you're just shuffling units around a bottleneck,
I'm on it.
or if you just take on something too tough and you die. Whoops.
I thought that was a bit cheaty in battle. Plus, the undo button lets you explore the fog of war and exploit that and then just pull your units back.
Right and ready to climb.
I know what you mean, but I do think it's necessary for touch screens though, because it's so easy to just miss-swipe. Plus, you know, you could enforce your own decisions with your own moral code, Bajo, no do-overs.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Recon units are actually really important for unveiling fog in this game to plan ahead. If your enemy is rolling in a bunch of tanks, you better make sure you have some bazooka soldiers or put out some devastating mines. It really pays to know if there's artillery nearby before they start bombarding you.
Yeah, and countering units is key to success in this game, and they got that right. You have to prioritize every single fight. If you see a sniper, you gotta take out the sniper first because they can one-hit kill an infantry. But if you've got two infantries, you can sneak them up next to the sniper and take them out in a single turn because they can't shoot anyone who's right next to them. All of that sort of stuff I love, and it keeps you thinking.
Although quite often when you're defending, you'll just send waves of infantry into a bottleneck to die for the cause. I also like that you can tell for sure that an attack's gonna take an enemy out. Units also rank up and get tougher the more you use them too, which adds another layer of strategy and encourages you to repair units and keep them around longer.
It's nice, clean combat, isn't it? And it never gets overwhelming or frustrating. There is also online and offline multiplayer. We only found one game online, and I imagine it would be a slow-going process, taking a turn at a time like that, kind of like playing chess over email, but I'm glad it's there.
The AI can be nice and aggressive at times, but they also do the occasional stupid moves, such as hurting their own team with nades or artillery. They're still fun to engage though, and there's some good one-liners from your units.
I don't know, but it's been said, there's no brain inside my head.
The in-between mission cutscene writing though is really bad. But that's the least important aspect of this game, and everything else gets it pretty right, so I'm giving it 8.5 out of 10.
I love it, Hex. I think it's a fully fleshed out strategy game, and it's perfect almost. I'm giving it 9.5.